Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I am transplanting or potting some two mangoes. One is the Alfonso mango, which is this one here, and then the other is the East Indian mango. Now get this, I'm in zone 8B so my area does not allow for tropical plants to grow without issues, because we have like a frost that would take care of them living. So I'm still trying to break those boundaries, push the boundaries, and try to grow my tropical fruits and try to keep them in a humid condition, because we have about 2 months of cold weather on and off during those 2 months. And it usually doesn't go past 40. Some days will go in the late 30s, but I think I would be able to grow them. So I have in here, so I'm in an area where this area is under construction, but this is where I mix all my potting soil. So I use this box here. I got it from Home Depot. I have some bathroom lights in it, and I filled it up 3/4 of the way with my raised garden bed and potting soil mix. And then I also have in there, fill it up 3/4 of the way, and then 1/4 of the way I put cow manure and worm castings. And then I also added some NPK in powdered form. That's nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Now I then filled one of these buckets 1/3 of the way up with soil, with the soil mixture, and then I add the root balls in there, the plant in there, and then after that I'm gonna fill it the rest of the way up with soil. Now what I always recommend is that you try to use a large enough container, because it's not gonna stay in here for very long. But I don't have any large containers, and I'm looking to get the best price. So I'm going to work with this for now. I put holes in the bottom of my container so that it is well draining. I found that in my area of late, we're in like September now, so there's a lot of rain that's falling. So I'm gonna also add some neem oil to this mixture in the soil to keep out the pests and the bugs that are destroying my plants. All right, so I filled it 1/3 of the way, added this in there, and this is the other root ball that's here that I'm gonna add in there, and then I'm gonna fill it up the rest of the way with soil. Right, so I hold it firm and steady, and then I put it in here. If it's coming apart, then what you could do is like rip the bag while it's in here. All right, so I will pause this video and I'll be right back. All right, so this one got minor disruption, so I added this one in here. It was coming apart a little bit, but I don't think any major trauma hit it, so we shouldn't have any transplant shock. So transplant shock occurs when the roots are disturbed, especially when you're moving it to another container. All right, so I'm gonna fill it the rest of the way up with soil, and then I will put a picture up on my Instagram, but I'm gonna pause the video really quickly so that you guys can see the final result. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so as I said, we're in a construction area. I just zoomed out a little bit. This one is upright, this one's a little bit lean, so I'm going to try to get it a little bit more straight in the buckets. But I filled it up the rest of the way with soil. I don't want to go all the way up to the brim, because sometimes I do add like amendments on here just to have some nutrients go down in the to the roots. Alright, so I'm just going to top this section up with some more nitrogen, because I do have holes in the bucket, and most of the fertilizer will drain out when you have these buckets. All right, my friends, I will see you in the next video, and I'll put a picture of this up on the Instagram, and I will give you progress updates. Now, to care for something like this, you want to make sure it gets as much nutrients. So cow manure is good. The NPK nutrients, with the focus primarily being on the end right now, because these are pretty young plants, as well as adding fish nutrients to it. So I did see the Orlando gardener saying that he all those fish cuttings and the guts and all that the fishermen would have in excess, that they would throw away. You just have it, put it down, kind of let it sit for a couple of days. It's extremely stinky, but then you can add it in here. It's pretty, he says it does well. These plants do well with it. So I'm gonna set this upright, and then I am going to put a picture up on Instagram. You can add me at Proud Gardenista, and you'll see those pictures as well as other pictures as well with some instructions. All right, thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.